Hi everybody, welcome to Pro World Live. I'm Danielle from Pro World.
Kate behind the camera.
And we are here today. We're gonna deck the halls, as they say, with all of our kind of fun little Christmas projects that we have in store for you. We're gonna do a garden flag, a pillow, a shirt, and a message board. So lots of fun things. We're going to use sublimation, we're going to use vinyl, HTV, and some signed vinyl. So lots of opportunities here to really kind of decorate for the holidays, get your house ready, get you ready. So we're going to kind of jump right in. Please let us know where you're tuning in from. We'd love to hear from you. And if you've done any projects for the holidays, we would love to hear that as well. Before Kate kind of gives you a few shout outs, we're going to be using all designs from our digital art library that we have on our website. So we are focusing in on, we have three artists that we kind of picked from for these designs. Digital Diva, Wispy Willow Designs, and Savannah's Designs. So these are kind of artists that we have. They have their library on our website that you could purchase these designs that are already pre-made. They're ready to go. They're SVG files. They also include PNG files or JPEGs, whatever format you may need. It's right there in that zip folder. So if you're kind of lacking on some design skills or don't have time, I think around the holidays, that's the main thing. You don't have time to make a design. Searching for one in this category, we have lots of them. So we're going to focus on the 4 designs that I have are all purchased from the website. And so that way you can see them as well. Okay, go ahead, Kate.
We got Becky, we got Nolan's Pet Services, Diana, Darlene, Anthony. Hi, everybody.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us. All right. So the first project that I'm going to do today is the garden flag. Now, the garden flags are really great. We have the flag in white, and then you have a pole that goes with it. That's a separate item. So it's great because these are like interchangeable flags, so you can make multiples. We've done this project before, and we've done it with sublimation. I've done a garden flag for, in front of my house. I have one in the back of my house. And now we're going to put HTV on it, because since this is polyester, HTV can totally go on this material. So if you don't have a sublimation printer, but do have a vinyl cutter, don't rule out those sublimation blanks. You can absolutely use them. So we're going to go ahead and get this one ready. And what's the holidays without a little bling and festivities? So we're going to do glitter HTV, because why not? I just have to find the opening. That's the tricky part with these sometimes. Okay, so we have our garden flag right here. We're going to just lay it onto the platen, and I am going to put it so that the seam of the flag, if you can do the other one, Kate, I'm going to put the seam of the flag so it's just right off my platen, because I'm not printing on it. I'm not printing on that section, and I'm going to just pre-press it just for a few seconds to get these little wrinkles out. And this also gives me a chance to make sure my pressure is okay. Let me just lessen that. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So for this, we are just going to place, so this is Santa Stops here, or Santa Stop here. This is Savannah's design. This is one of hers. Let me just trim off this excess up top here. So I loved how like simple this design was. Perfect for a flag that's going to go outside. Okay. Whoops. All right, just line it up where you need it. That looks pretty good to me. It's always so hard to eyeball these things. Let me just scoot this over just a little. Okay, we're gonna cover with that nonstick sheet because we are working with the glitter. Cover that, push that in, and close and lock. So we're at 320 degrees for 15 seconds. That's what glitter does. And for all vinyl, you could do the tack method. So you can just do a couple seconds till it tacks down, peel it off. And what that did, I don't know if you can see it here, but it allowed, you can't really see it, Kate.
Too much.
Oh, maybe you can right here. Can you see it? Am I too high?
Yeah.
Right here? Yeah, a little bit. When you tack down glitter, you'll notice like your glitter carrier sheet is like filled with glitter. It's glitter everywhere. So when you do a tack method, you just press a little bit, and then when you pull it up, none of that excess glitter comes off on here. So if you find that you're getting like that excess glitter kind of all around your design, do the tack method. A few seconds, tack it down, peel off the carrier. I have no excess glitter on here, so I'm gonna go ahead and put my nonstick sheet back in and close and lock. And then I'm just gonna finish out that press, finish it up for you can do the remaining time because I don't have more than one layer, or you could just do another whole 15 seconds. So I like to make sure my vinyl is on there, so I'm gonna do another whole 15 seconds. Okay. Take off my nonstick sheet, and this, I love. How fun is that? If Santa doesn't stop, I don't know what will make him stop, because this is basically saying, screaming to stop at the house. All right, so that's our first project. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to go ahead and bump up my temperature. So right now I was at 320. Let me get myself up to 385 for the pillow that we're gonna do. And the pillow is also 60 to 80 seconds. So I'm gonna do the full 80. Okay, and then we're gonna work on the next project while this is heating up. Okay, so project one, done. Let's scoot that over somewhere. There we go. And we are gonna work on the message board. This design is also a Savannah's Designs, and it is basically like a countdown for Christmas. We've done this before with chalkboard, but you can also do it on these Sublimation message boards. This is a product that we sell on our website. It's the message board. It's dry erase. So if you can either sublimate this board, or what we're gonna do is put sign vinyl on it. So that way, you know, maybe you don't wanna, you know, keep it, or you wanna do different designs and you just wanted this to kind of be like a message board that you switch out and, you know, decorate it for, you know, how many days till Easter or how many days till Christmas, whatever it might be. But you can go ahead and use sign vinyl on this, peel off the sign vinyl when you're all done, and then you're ready to use it for something else. So we are going to decorate it with one of her designs. And let me clear off my space here. All right, so since we're using sign vinyl, I already have the designs pre-cut, and with the HTV and also the sign vinyl, we're working with a vinyl cutter. I happen to use the Juliet for this one. That has very easily become my favorite cutter. It has a lot of easy settings to use. It's this doesn't like me today. It has a lot of easy settings to use. It's very easy to just kind of select whatever whatever product you're doing. They're already preset. So definitely, if you haven't looked into the Juliet, take a look at that Juliet. And there's also the Romeo. So if you want to do a 12-inch Juliet or a 24-inch Romeo cutter, those opportunities are there for you. We do have them. They're available and in stock. So let me just find where my corner is and I can peel it up. That's a very good question. This is Oracal 651. That is very curled and doesn't like me today. Okay. And you just want to make sure you get all your little pieces kind of placed down as you peel. Oh, that one wanted to come with me. Okay. And sometimes when I get like a lot of vinyl sort of in my way, I just like to cut it off because that way it won't like re-stick or make it harder to peel. All right, and I'm gonna pull it from the bottom here so I can get the text. There we go. Once you get these kind of started, it sort of just keeps going. I should have weeded this one too, so you're not waiting so long. But in the meantime, you know, let me know about, you know, what you've done, what you've made. If you took advantage of those Black Friday deals, want to hear all about it.
Becky just received her TransPro Plus mug press and is very excited.
Ooh, very exciting. You can make so many things for the holidays with a mug press. It's insane. This vinyl is being just a little bit more temperamental than I would like it to be. I may have needed to adjust my cut settings just a little bit, it seems. Because Oracal isn't a Caesar vinyl, so I used the Caesar setting for the Starling PSV, but I probably should have adjusted it a little bit. Or done a test cut. Test cuts are so important. So if you know the struggle of not doing a test cut, then you're here with me. Here we go. Okay. I'm getting there. Now I have to kind of find out where my middle pieces are. All right, any other questions, Kate? Anything coming through?
No, not yet.
Okay. Oh, that's a dot. Well, this actually gives our heat press time to warm up, so that's good. Maybe not.
Becky suggests if you put the cutting mat on top and pull the mat off the vinyl, it doesn't roll as much.
Ooh, good suggestion. I think I've lost my little dot here. But if I can, nope, that dot's not happening. It's all good. Yes, pretend I had a dot. Well, I had a dot. It's not there anymore, but.
So the file you used is download, correct? It's a digital.
It is. It is Savannah's Designs, Days Till Christmas, I believe is what the file is called. But you can search holiday and then narrow it down by Christmas, which is what I did. And then you get to see all of them. Okay, we're done. We are going to go ahead and get the silver one on our, sorry, there's a piece of red that's attached to me. We're gonna get the silver one first, and we're gonna layer it. There's a two-part. All right, so I'm just gonna cut my transfer tape. This is also curling on me, but I do have a way to stop that. Okay. At At home, I have a little garbage bin for my scraps, but I don't have one here. If you've ever seen those, like the ones that suction to your table and then you could like fill it up, they're very, very handy. Okay, so I'm just gonna put my tape down where I want it to go. And I'm gonna trim this design. You can either trim it or you could just peel off the excess, whichever one you wanna do. Okay. Now my design is there, so I'm gonna just kind of push it into my tape and get my squeegee and start. There we go. And just sort of push it down as I go. Why is this? My sign vinyl is being super temperamental today. Like, does not want to work. That's how you know this is live, everyone. Okay. All right. So this is perfect. And then I'm going to take this, I'm going to flip it this way. And I do have a lot of excess tape at the bottom. I forgot that my design had the top part, so I'll fix it. I'll show you how we fix it. Just kind of squeegee the backside of your vinyl to help it release, and then peel it back. If you notice, if you push down with your hand as you peel across the design, it does help the designs kind of stay on the carrier or the tape. And if you need to go back and kind of push it more with your weeding tool, you totally can. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Now, if you notice in this the little dot on the eye, it didn't move, but it has my backing sheet on it. So I'm just going to peel off it, and you could tell it just because it's white. So my backing paper came off with it, and you just peel it up, so you're fine. Okay, I'm going to take my Oracle tape or the backing of my Oracle tape and just kind of put it back on my design. So that way I can come over here and get my other part of my design ready. Oh good, we're at 385. All right, now lining up this design. My words need to go right on top of the red, right about there. And I think in the design it was like sort of off-centered a little bit, so I'm gonna off-center it too because I feel like that looks neat. All right, so get it where you want it, which I am fine right about there maybe. I don't know, can you see that coming through the paper, Kate? Okay, good. All right, that looks good. So push it down with the tape that you have up top. And that's okay, don't worry about this part. I'm gonna show you how to do that. Now, pull it back and then peel off. As you peel, you're going to press with your left hand or whatever hand you got there. Perfect. And I told you we're gonna fix that. This is how we fix it. You take your excess tape, or if you don't have excess tape at the bottom, but you have it on the rest of the roll, and you're gonna just put it on the top. Oh, I wrinkled my tape. That didn't help me. Okay. And now we're gonna press and go flip side and press. And as you're kind of squeegeeing it, just press it down as much as you can. The more you press, the more it releases from that backing paper and then onto your tape. And then we'll peel it off. Okay. All right, any questions?
No, we have a couple more shout outs. We got, let's see, Kathy and Sam and Tanya.
All right. I hope everyone's getting some ideas for the holidays, or if you don't have ideas, please share, or not if you don't have ideas. If you have ideas of your own that aren't what I'm doing, definitely share them. I'm sure other people would love to hear them. And you can also share them on our Instagram as well. Oh, where'd my other little line go? Guess I peeled that off when I wasn't noticing. That's all right. All right. Whew, we're on there. Take your backing sheet again and go ahead and cover the design. It just helps when you go to place it, so that way it doesn't, you can kind of move it around where you want it and your vinyl doesn't get stuck where you don't want it. All right. And I just have to make sure that this is where I want it to be, which that looks kind of good. All right, that works for me. Push the tape down where it doesn't have a backing. Peel it up. And again, as you peel this, you can press this down. Perfect. And then go ahead and squeegee the design on. And then peel your tape off. Wonderful. This came out so great. And the best part, since it's dry erase, where'd my pen go? You can write whatever you want. However many days left, erase it, start again. This isn't the best thing to do. Erase it and then fill out whatever you want for your time, for however many days left. So another really great project, simple, easy to do. I am disappointed that this one didn't come over there, so you can just peel it off. Simple as that. Get your nail underneath, peel it. It's signed vinyl, so it's not, although it's permanent signed vinyl, you got some time to like move things and take things off if you want. And when you're all done with this and you don't want to do Countdown to Christmas, you can use it for something else. So really great option if you wanted to use the message board, or if you have the message board at home that you were doing for sublimation, signed vinyl is a great alternative for it. All right, let's get to our pillow. If you don't know by now, I am a huge fan of flamingos. And Wispy Willow Designs have created this cute design, and I love it. So we're gonna put it on a pillow. Now, the great thing about, since I'm only working with an SG500, so the largest print area I can do is 8.5 by 14. So what I've done is I've kind of sliced my design in a spot that I felt like wouldn't be like detrimental to my design. And basically I'm just gonna connect the two sheets together. And the only area that's really overlapping is gonna be the little legs. And I'm gonna show you here. Okay, so you're gonna kind of line up your two sheets, and I've cut them with an X-Acto blade, or you can even cut them with, a paper cutter, like a slicer paper cutter. That's even better. Okay. That looks good.
So instead of trying to line up the edges of the paper, you're just going right over the top on top of the bottom. Is that...
Yes. So there's like overlap. If that's so, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim back the underneath so you don't really get too much color overlap. So, but the first thing I like to do is kind of get my tape on either side. And I'd like to put my tape, even though it really doesn't matter, I like to put my tape so it also doesn't overlap any of the print. I just don't want any ink to not want to release. Especially when you're doing these kind of designs, you want to make sure that you're really, that nothing's going to affect this kind of line that you have, or, you know, that overlap. All right, if you peel back, you'll see this is where your design is. And now you can just take scissors and trim that off, because your tape is on there. It's not going anywhere. And in that way, I have very little ink overlap. So I feel really good about that. I'm gonna flip it over and just tack right in the middle. It's just a me thing. I think I just kind of like to make sure that my two papers are really lined up and nice and tight. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and adjust my pressure, because my pillow is gonna be, the seams are going to be on the edge of this platen. So I want to get a pillow underneath it, a pressing pillow. All right, that should do it. Let me get my pressing pillow here. It's very tight. Let's see if I can get that looser. Any questions while I'm setting this all up, Kate?
Yep, loving the ideas.
All right. All right, that feels good to me. And let's get our pillow ready. Now, I don't know about you guys, but for the holidays and for every day, I basically have a different pillow that goes on my couch. Maybe I'm slightly pillow obsessed, I'm not sure. But if you're like me and like to go with the holidays, especially the digital designs, there's so many. Even the one that we're gonna put on the shirt, I feel like could absolutely go on a pillow. All right, so we have our pillowcase here. My zipper's at the bottom, and the zipper is absolutely off the heat. We're out of the way, we're off the pillow. So it's in a good spot. I'm just gonna go close, just checking my pressure. All right, I'm still good on that. Actually, I don't need this because I have my pillow on there. Okay. Okay, so now I have my design. So I'm gonna take my design, I'm gonna place it face down and sort of see through. I feel like this doesn't have to be totally centered or lined up, but we'll maybe make it happen. All right. For pillows, I like to just tack a small piece of tape on the top and the bottom, or on the sides, however my design is. All right, slide it on in. We can cover with a nonstick sheet. And you can also use, I always use tape for everything, but you can absolutely use that spray adhesive, like the Tack It. We have, I think it's just called spray adhesive. I don't think there's a special name for it online. No, Kate's shaking her head like, no. All right, 385 for 80 seconds. We're gonna let that go ahead and cook. And then we are going to get our next design all ready to go. Now that I have the tape stuck everywhere. Okay. The next one we're gonna do is a Silky Socks shirt. So this we're gonna do sublimation, but again, even though Silky Socks garments are designed for sublimation printing. You don't have to use sublimation necessarily. You can absolutely do vinyl. You can do a super color custom transfer. You can do, what else is out there? Easy color DTV, so direct to vinyl printing. You have options with these garments, and I want to say this feels much more cottony than a shiny polyester. So if you're kind of indecisive about possibly getting a silky socks garment, you won't be disappointed. They're pretty heavy. They're not thin or lightweight, and they feel very cottony. It's not slick. Okay, my pillow is done. Pull it out. I peel this up, and then I'm going to peel up my print. Do not burn your fingers like I am doing currently. My glove is sitting right there just staring at me. Oh, look how great that looks. Oh my God. This is totally going on my couch. So this is the glitter pillowcase, the white glitter. Love it. And once you fill this up and put it on your couch or wherever, those glitter flecks are just gonna sparkle. Very holiday, very fun. And I love the design. Wispy Willow design. She actually has separate ones of just the flamingo too. So it's kind of like a combo. But this one is super fun. All right. Our last one. You've made it to the end. So we're going to do a silky socks shirt. Let me get up to 400 degrees. So I'm almost there. 400 degrees. And then we go to 35 seconds. And I'm going to move my pressing pillow because I don't need it for these. Perfect. Okay. Get this back. All right, so for a garment, what you want to do first is go ahead and get lay out your garment on your press, and we're going to do a pre-press. I want to make sure that all these little wrinkles come out and that my garment is going to be ready to press for me. Oh, and adjust your pressure because I don't have a pressing pillow on there anymore. Okay, so righty-tighty. Get to the pressure that you need, and silky socks should be at a medium pressure, so not a whole lot. I'm still very light on pressure. And when you're adjusting your pressure, I always just kind of pull my handle down halfway, and then it can maneuver that. Oh, that's too much now. You can just maneuver the knob. All right. All right, that feels good. All right, so this design that we're gonna do, this is super fun. It's a Christmas movie and hot chocolate kind of day. Love that. So we're gonna put that on a shirt, and this is a design by Digital Diva. This, we're almost there. We're not quite at the time yet. So this was printed with the Sawgrass sublimation printer. Whenever you do, you know, pretty much every time you're going to mirror your design for a sublimation print. Probably the only time that you don't is when it goes on like something that you're seeing through. So the glass cutting boards, you wouldn't mirror that. But I don't think, Kate, can you think of any other time that you would not need to mirror? So for the most part, you're going to mirror, and this one is mirrored. We're printing it on the text print paper. We have our silky socks shirt ready to go. Now with silky socks, we have two garments that we offer: a pure white one, which this one is, and then we have a white with a black back and sleeves. So if you're going to do like a full front, that would be ideal because your back is already the back of it is already colored in black. So your full print is going to go on the front, and it's just a nice continuous garment for you. All right. We're so close. $3.97. We're going to go for it. All right. So I'm going to place my shirt's already here. It's already pressed. I'm going to place my design on it. Three fingers down, or about 3 inches from the collar, which looks good. You could probably go ahead and press. I'm just so used to not doing that with sublimation, so I am going to tape it. But I'm sure if Silky Socks was watching, they're probably like, no, you don't have to tape it. But I'm just, yeah, I tape stuff. Okay. So we're just going to do a little piece at the top, little piece at the bottom. And it looks straight to me. It probably won't be. It never turns out that it's straight whenever I do these. Okay. Close and lock. 35 seconds. Fingers crossed that this is going to work out. Again, this design was Digital Diva. It's a Christmas movie and hot chocolate kind of day. So you have, three artists that we kind of showcased today. It was Digital Diva, Wispy Willow Designs, and Savannah's Designs. So you can get any of their library or SVG files from our digital art library. So check those out. Okay, we're almost done, and we'll see how it looks. I'm gonna let it cook for just a little bit longer because I'm slightly under time. All right, that good. Or slightly under temperature is really what I was going for. Peel. Oh my goodness, that looks amazing. I don't want to show you. Look how great that looks.
Love it.
Oh my gosh, this is super fun. I love the design. I love the colors. This is for my daughter. She's gonna totally love it. Because ever since it became November 1st, it's been Christmas. So, but this looks amazing. And this design would look amazing on a pillow too. Totally see that on a pillow. We also have other, sort of holiday decor. We have the stockings. I've printed on these in the past before. In a Facebook Live, we did an initial sublimation print, and then we even added and embellished with a rhinestone transfer. But like all of sublimation, or most sublimation blanks, their material, their fabric, if you can sublimate, you can vinyl them. So if you have, a vinyl cutter, but not a printer, you're still fine with any of these sublimation blanks. So definitely take advantage of the sublimation blanks that we have. We have the Christmas stocking and a Santa hat. Super fun. And the Santa hat is very smooth and velvety.
Very, yes, I like it.
So these are another 2 options. Kate, do we have any other questions before I kind of sum up our projects here?
No, just going back to the shirt, Cassandra just reminded, sometimes tape can leave impression marks.
Yes.
With that, and then Steve just pointed out that you didn't use a cover sheet, non-stick sheet or paper or anything.
I didn't. For Silky Socks, when we had them demo, they never really used a non-stick sheet. So I didn't, but you can absolutely use a non-stick sheet anytime you feel comfortable. You can either do a non-stick sheet or a piece of parchment. It's just a blowout and a protector for your heat press. So if in doubt and you feel like you need one, it's not going to hurt it. The only time I would say you don't ever need a nonstick sheet is when you're doing stock transfers, because it's really like a heat barrier for those. But any other time, if you're doing sublimation or vinyl and you feel just better having that kind of protective barrier, absolutely go ahead and use it.
And Becky did just want to remind you, Danielle, that Pro World does sell the t-shirt guides. So if ever you need...
Becky, right? Becky said that. You're totally right, Becky. And yes, great segue for me. Yes, those t-shirt guides, they kind of line up on the collar. They let it helps you make them make the design straight. It is so much easier if I would utilize the things that we have. T-squares are also very helpful. But yes, if you are not the best at eyeballing, like I am not, that would be ideal, is getting the t-shirt guides. So yes. All right. Any other questions? All right. So we have Silky Sock shirt. Check. Silky Socks also does you have the boxers, the bras, the headbands, the socks. Any of those would make amazing Christmas gifts. So don't just stop at a t-shirt. Pillowcase, glitter and fun, perfect home decor. Love that. Countdown to Christmas board. Remember, these are dry erase boards, so you can easily kind of mark it all up. These can also be sublimated. So if you don't want to feel the vinyl on there, you can go ahead and sublimate the design on. And a garden flag. Garden flags are not only for, summertime use. You can go ahead and decorate them. They could be sublimated. We did HTV on this one to get that nice glitter look to it, which is super fun. And there you go. You have your four Christmas projects for you ready to go. We use art from our digital library. So check those out. Check out the artists that we have on there. And we're good? Good. All right. Well, thank you all so very much for watching, and we will see you here in 2 weeks. Bye, everybody.